Chris, how's your first fall camp in Lincoln going?
It's really good. I got here in the spring, got a feel for the playbook, so now it's just getting more comfortable within it, getting more comfortable in the defense, understanding my fits, and really just flying to the ball, getting faster every day, getting quicker with my reads every day, just making my checks quicker every day, so I feel good about it.
How do you feel you've kind of fit in with this linebacker group specifically since you arrived?
I feel great about it. These guys, I love these guys. Every one of them. I hang out with them outside of football. Those are the kind of guys I hang out with a lot. So, they're awesome guys. They help me a lot learn the playbook. So it's cool to just have that camaraderie around and be with those guys every day. So.
Can you tell that you've kind of walked into a defense that is experienced and older?
Absolutely. That was, I think, a really important part of me learning the defense so quickly was that all these guys around me knew it really well. So if I didn't know what I was doing, I could just go, hey, what do I do here? Or I could just ask, any Nick, Luke, Snaz, JoJo, any of those guys, DBs, the D linemen, any of them, I could just ask them because they've all been here. They've all been here at least a couple of years, so they understand, the expectation and the playbook. So I could just go ask them if I needed any help, and they kind of pushed me along and pushed me to be better. So it was really awesome, and it's been really cool to see everybody's flying around. Everybody understands their job. Everybody understands the expectation. So yeah, definitely a veteran group.
What's the biggest jump you guys have seen from this unit from the spring to now?
Honestly, I think it's just being quicker with our checks. I think it's just being quicker with our assignments. We know what we're doing. We understand the playbook, but I think it's just being that little step quicker, understanding a little step quicker, and we're just going to keep continuing to get a little better every day with that.
What have you kind of seen out of Luke and Garrett just kind of playing alongside them?
They've been awesome. They've obviously played a lot of snaps here. They obviously know the expectations of being a Nebraska football on defense. So, it's been cool to just be around them. And they're actually my neighbors. I hang out with them all the time outside of football. So they kind of help me with learning the playbook and understanding expectations. So it's been really cool to just hang around those guys and have them push me along and me push them. So it's been really good. Yeah.
What's your thoughts on the intensity that you're seeing? I know it's early, but so far in camp, is there urgency with this team to turn this thing around?
Absolutely. Everybody, we're all going out there every day. We're working. I think everybody's flying around. Everybody's doing everything they can to make plays. Just the speed of play is really fast right now. I think everybody's flying. Everybody understands their responsibility, and everybody's flying to the ball. So.
After spring, what were you trying to get done in those 2 or 3 months before fall camp? Maybe having to play catch up to the system. I don't know.
I think I did a lot of my learning in the system was in the spring. I did it before spring ball. I studied the playbook a lot. I spent a lot of time with Coach Rude learning it, and then in the spring and during spring ball, I spent a lot of time just in the film room studying. And I spent a lot of time in the summer too. But I think the summer was more just getting my mind right for it is a long season, and you do have to play 12 to 13 to 14 games. So it's getting your mind right, doing things to get your mind right and your body ready to play a full season. So.
Who are the loudest guys on defense?
The loudest guys?
Yeah, in a leadership sense.
I think Garrett, I think, is the most vocal, probably the most vocal guy. He's going to be the rah-rah guy that gets everybody going, which is awesome. It's awesome when the energy's kind of lacking a little bit. He's going to step up. He's going to be, hey, we got to get going, guys. Let's go. JoJo's been awesome as a leader. I think he's really stepped up this year and kind of figured his role out and as a leadership role. And I think he's done a good job bringing new guys along, bringing younger guys along, and kind of being a mentor to some of the younger guys and taking on that role. So, it's not just them. It's a lot of different guys, but I think everybody's done a really good job in their roles. So.
I mean, obviously a new guy, and obviously the summer rivals and with the transfer portal and all this stuff. How do you see this program as far as blending, the older guys blending with the guys who got here? How's that work?
I actually think it's been really good. I think it's been really good. The new guys that we've gotten, I think, have just fit in really well. I know from my experience, I know Samori and I know Marquise. We all got here in January, and I feel like we kind of blended right away. We were friends with each other, and then we made friends with everybody on the team. I think we've really gelled as a unit. I think we're doing really well in that regard. I think we're really coming together as a team. I think that part of it is going really well.
Anything about the offense jump out to you so far?
They're playing fast. We're playing defensively. We're playing fast, but yeah, I think both sides of the ball. I think I'd just say the speed of play. I think has been really awesome.
You have to keep your eye on the quarterback. What's that running component that Adrian has? How many does that give you headaches ever?
Oh, absolutely. Anytime a quarterback's going to be able to run and throw, it's going to give you a little that extra dynamic and something a little extra, because it's like having another running back out there if you have a guy that can run like that. So it's just another thing you have to keep your eye out, especially in your pass drops. You got to always keep in the back of your mind, like, oh, he could run, he could take off here at any point. So you got to kind of keep that in your mind. So definitely it's another dynamic. So.
Does it help you practice high discipline? You're going to see a ton of athletic quarterbacks.
Yeah. Absolutely, it's definitely a good thing. It's definitely a good thing. It's kind of a headache sometimes. It's a headache having to chase all three of those guys around, in practice. It's tough having to chase those guys around. It's a little tiring, but it's definitely a good thing. Just creating those habits. Coach Root always talks about habits, and it's just creating those habits of always playing to the ball, always knowing that this quarterback could take off at any time. So even when you're in the drops, anytime, so he could take off. So it's important to keep that in mind for sure.
I know you've spoken before. You weren't the most highly recruited guy coming out of high school. You proved yourself in Northern Iowa. Do you feel like fuel now? This is another level, and I'm going to show I can do it here.
Yeah, there's definitely a chip on the shoulder for sure. I didn't have any FBS offers out of high school. None of them thought I was good enough to play at that level, obviously. So there's just that little chip on my shoulder. There's always going to be that little. I got to prove myself here. There's always going to be that little. They don't think I'm good enough. So there's always going to be that little. I got to prove myself. I got to wake up every day and go harder. So I just got to prove myself every day.
What did they tell you that you lacked?
I think it was a lot of just I played at a smaller school against smaller competition. I didn't play a lot my junior year. I was hurt, so I really just played my senior year. I had a good year, but I played against some smaller competition. So I had some walk-on opportunities at the FBS level, but that was really it. There's some similarities and some differences. We played a lot of 3-3-5 stack, which we don't play here, but we also played some even front, some 4-2-5. So there's definitely some similarities. We play run fits a little differently. Our drops are just a little different here and there, but some of the things are the same. So it's nice just to take some of those, be able to take some of those techniques from my old school and use them here, and then add some new things and be able to use both. And I think it really helped having that old experience for sure. But yeah, there's definitely some new things I had to learn. But the old right, yeah, there's some adjustments for sure. But the old experience definitely helped me out.
What is something you've adjusted?
We do a little more carrying verticals, especially with 3 vertical or benders to the field, or the weak the boundary 2 vertical. Sometimes we had to carry that. So so we have a little more pass responsibility here instead of just we were more run oriented at my old school. That's probably the biggest difference. There's some more, but that's probably the biggest difference, I think. We're getting there. I think it's going well. Yeah, I feel like I'm picking it up well. Spring was a little adjustment, but I think it's going really well. Yeah.